Today, the demand is so big, they do not take your points to give you the upgrade. They now take your points to put you on a wait list. That does this big pent up demand. So I'm flying United and I'm going to Japan for the week. And I can't believe I was just there before COVID and the hotels are up 300%.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is the CEO of US Global Investors, Frank Holmes. And Frank, great to see you again. How are you?
Outstanding, my friend.
Good to talk to you. Obviously, we're talking about your ETFs here, and travel is what we're sort of focusing on here because that's an important one. As you can see, TRIP that's on your hat right now, and obviously there was a government shutdown in the United States. So I was wondering, Frank, what were the numbers like? Did it actually hurt travel at all, or did it help it, or how was it going? I guess when people are off, they need to do something.
I think it's really quite fascinating that 43 days lockdown and TSA workers continue to go to work because 4 million people are record travelers. So even during this lockdown, the government's actually kept the airports functioning, and people show they're going to keep everything moving along, and record people are flying. So this comes back to something that's really quite profound and significant since COVID. Since COVID, you can see the growth. What really surprised me was cruise lines. TRIP owns cruise lines. And if you recall, during COVID, people were stuck on a boat in Japan and in other places. Couldn't get off the boat because they had a COVID epidemic going on in the boat. And it was about containment. So that was the scariest thing for so many people. As soon as COVID's over, every year rising ships, everything's packed and sold out, and all of a sudden the cruise lines become these floating hotels, the biggest ever, and they're packed, and they're now showing up as growth stocks in Investors Business Daily. So the airlines are doing well because you have to fly to those cruises, then you spend the time in a hotel, and everyone since COVID wants a unique experience. So the prices of hotels are massively expensive, I think, but it doesn't matter. They're packed.
Yeah. In the cruise lines, as you mentioned, they're expecting 21.7 million Americans alone to be cruising in 2026. And as you suggested, Frank, that's a bump up from what you're seeing this year and in 2024. So is it the fact that people are just looking for more opportunities to go on these type of excursions, or they're going to more unique places? Or do you think it's just a sign of the times that cruising's here to stay?
I think there's a psychological changes taking place that people want to make sure they're traveling and experiencing other cultures. We're seeing that Venice all of a sudden treating Venice as a city like it's Disney World. So if you want to go there, you have to pay to get into the waterway section. Not just a boat, you have to pay a fee to get into look at the beautiful city of Venice. Barcelona's done the same thing. So we're seeing this idea that people do not want to be locked. They want to experience the world. And that to me is really quite significant. And I look at the hotel rates. Next week, I'm going to Japan. And I was trying to use some points on American to upgrade. And you know what they told me? Not only how many points, you were on a wait list. So you think that you're a platinum file, it doesn't matter today. The demand is so big, they do not take your points to give you the upgrade. They now take your points to put you on a wait list. That does this big pent up demand. So I'm flying United and I'm going to Japan for the week. And I can't believe I was just there before COVID and the hotels are up 300%.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's because you're flying this particular time of year as we head towards the fourth quarter. Airlines show seasonal strength. In fact, over the past 20 years, I think it was, they tend to outperform in these months. It makes sense of getting close to Christmas, but still, it's busy.
It is. And if you look at BA, the airlines, British Air, I mean, the stock looks like it's on a 60-degree angle, not 30, but 60. And you're seeing also energy prices remain low. And that's a big bonus for profit margins for the airline. So historically, the fourth quarter is the big quarter. It was dampened a bit here in the US because of the shutdown. That's behind us now. And also Canada had a strike in the summer. That sort of slowed down. Now it's full blown out. Fly to Florida, fly to Palm Desert from Vancouver, fly from Sweden down to Spain, fly from Japan. I'm going over to Japan. The Japanese are flying down to Malaysia and Singapore and Thailand. So we're seeing this transition take place of more and more people traveling.
All right. And you'll keep an eye on it with TRIP, right?
It's on the London Stock Exchange and wheels up. It's flying.
Good stuff. Frank, thanks so much. Good to see you again, and we'll talk soon.
Take care.
All right. Frank Holmes, the CEO of US Global Investors.